video I will talk about the Spider Surah. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Do the people think they will be left to say, "We believe," without being put to the test? We have tested those before them, for God must distinguish those who are truthful and He must expose the liars. Do those who commit sins think that they can ever fool us? Wrong is indeed their judgment. Anyone hoping to meet God, such a meeting with God will most assuredly come to pass. He is the hearer, the omniscient. So we see the beginning is unique. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, and it is one of the lengthy surahs and with 69 verses. And it is actually pushing people, the surah is pushing people to think about God and future and testing, and it motivates people to read it further. So saying we believe is not enough, indeed. And we have tested those before them, for God must distinguish those who are truthful, and He must expose the liars. Do those who commit sins think that they can ever fool us? Wrong indeed is their judgment. So it is like their judgment is not as good as the God. And there's another thing, it's like some people are not as smart as believers, but they claim that they think that they're smarter. It's sort of like an illusion. They think they're the smartest, they're smarter than other people, they're smarter than God, and they think God is limited. And God will expose lies. So God will and mentioning test is a good way to start a surah, and because it's like to expose people, and there are some subconscious thinking of why and how, and so that is also another important thing. And so it is one thing that we have tested those before them. This is important, and and in this surah we can say that God will mention the law in psychology, maybe in their thinking. So we can see, and probably like at the end of the surah we can see this maybe. So they challenge you to bring the retribution. If it weren't for a predetermined appointment, the retribution would have come to them immediately. Certainly it will come to them suddenly, when they least expect it, like in the Moses story. They challenge you to bring retribution. Hell already surrounds the disbelievers. The day will come when the retribution overwhelms them. So, and before them, we see the miracles mentioning. And another thing is, referring to the information in the Quran, the revelations are clear in the chest of those who possess knowledge. Only the wicked will disregard the revelations. They said if only miracles could come down to him from his Lord. Say all miracles come only from God. I am no more than a manifest warner. So this is another thing. And referring to the book. So, and I'm sure that we will see information about God, and so we can see some information here about the previous people. So, for example, this. So, Lord said to His people, "You commit such an abomination. No one in the world has ever done it before you." So we know about this story, and another thing is, so this is which surah? Spider Surah. So this is like so this is another thing. So this is another. The allegory of those who accept other masters beside God is that of the spider in her home. The flimsiest of all homes is the home of the spider. So this is a scientific knowledge. In fact, that the spider web is physically very flimsy. maybe, and it referred as knowledge person to know that the black widow spider kills her mate. The use of the feminine reference to the spider is thus significant. So it requires like Arabic knowledge. This is in addition to the fact that spider web is physically very flimsy. So it's just like they may feel like the spider is strong, but in fact it is not as planned maybe. So we see this historical evidences mentioned here. And this is indeed so for some communities. We see that in 2025, in 2024, there are bad things, disasters happening, and with best technology you cannot completely stop it. People die. You cannot completely stop it for sure. So, and it repeats it. God initiates the creation, then repeats it, and these things are like in a pattern. And then there are stories that people are oppressed and forced. So let's read it further. They are the ones who steadfastly persevere and trust in their Lord. Many a creature that doesn't carry its provision, God provides for it, as well as for you. He is the hearer, the omniscient. Many a creature that doesn't carry its provision. So, and if you ask them who created the heaven, and it's also consistent with the Quran, and it was repeated in many verses. If you ask them who created the heavens and the earth and put the sun and the moon in your service, they will say God. Why then did they deviate? God is the one who increases the provision for whomever he chooses from among his creatures and withholds it. God is fully aware of all things. If you ask them who sends down from the sky water to provide the dead land, they will say God. Say praise God. Most of them do not understand. This worldly life is no more than vanity and play, while the abode of the hereafter is the real life, if they only knew. When they ride on a ship, they implore God, devoting their prayers to him. But as soon as he saves them to the shore, they revert to the idolatry. This is like also mentioned in many verses in the Quran, and it is repeating. And let them disbelieve in what we have given them, and let them enjoy temporarily. They will surely find out. So this is important, and God knows they enjoy temporarily. Have they not seen that we established a sacred sanctuary that we made secure? While all around them the people are in constant danger, will they still believe in falsehood and reject God's blessings? Will they still believe in falsehood and reject God's blessings? So this is like a sacred sanctuary, and I never think about this as a also potential future sacred sanctuary as mentioned in the Quran. And this is like a Hajj place maybe. That's possible. And we can see that so still there are so many people are going there. It's very strange. So this is indeed not like completely secure, but the thing is people are still going there in 2025, and after so many years, after Quran revealed so many years, they're still going there. It is not over. And Quran doesn't always say like the majority is correct, and this is not like completely safe, but it's strange that God is like protected people's worshiping place, universal worshiping place. But we should search about what sacred sanctuary actually means. Like maybe there is a different meaning here. And who is more evil than the one who fabricates lies and attributes them to God, or rejects the truth when it comes to him? Is hell not just a retribution for the disbelievers? As for those who strive in our cause, we will surely guide them in our path. Most assuredly, God is with the believers. Pious. So that's all I want to say in this video. And I'm sure that in this surah we see also Abraham mentioned, maybe sacred sanctuary, sanctuary. In this surah we cannot see this mentioned before, but Abraham was mentioned actually. We read it like for different These people, you shall worship God and reverence Him. This is better for you if you only knew. What you worship instead of God are powerless idols. You have invented a lie. The idols you worship beside God do not possess any provisions for you. Therefore you shall seek provisions only from God. You shall worship Him alone and be appreciative of Him. To Him is your ultimate return. If you disbelieve, generations before you have also disbelieved. The sole function is of the messengers to deliver. It's also true that other people also disbelieve. And that's all I want to say in this video. And thanks for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next video, and God knows better.